Hello everyone, welcome to a brand new FC25 video. We are super excited to start the new season with all of you. Thanks to EA Sports, we could take an early look at the game beforehand, and today we will show you the brand new skill moves and how you can get the most out of them. Let us start with the Big Feint, which is a 2-star skill move, which consists of 2 steps. In the first one, your player dynamically jumps over the ball towards one side without touching it to create a distraction, and in the second, he goes for an exit direction. To be able to execute it, hold on to your L2, LT button and push the right analog stick either towards left or right. This will initiate the move, and right after the animation starts, you can choose an exit direction with your left analog stick. There are plenty of things you can do with this skill move. One of them is to get a sharp turn by feinting towards one side and then exiting the move from the same side. This will change the direction of the ball sharply and give you a very short burst of speed. However, the main purpose I have with this move is to bait the opponent with an obvious initiation towards one side, make him commit there defensively, and then exit the move in the opposite direction by pointing that direction out with my left stick. So take a look at where the opponent is coming from, execute the Big Feint towards this side if you have some space, force him to commit defensively, and then directly exit the move from the opposite side. Very useful. Since the animation start is kind of similar to the step over animation, it could be easily deceptive. Here in the box, I have some little free space ahead of me, and I already realized that my opponent has to cover there. So if I can just bait them there and then change the ball's direction, then I could create a direct goal scoring chance. So I execute the Big Feint away from him as if I'm preparing myself to get into that free space, and he starts running, which would leave his current position open, which is why I point that direction out as my exit direction and safely beat both defenders. I should have probably passed the ball afterwards instead of shooting, which is another story, but you see how this easy skill move can become incredibly dangerous. FC25 doesn't only bring new skill moves, but also a completely new tactical system, which is called FC IQ. If you want to learn more about that, definitely check out our in-depth FC IQ course in our application guide plus by clicking the link in the description. Our next move is another 2-star skill move, which is called Stop and Go. To be able to execute it, hold on to your L2, LT button and tap the right analog stick first towards your player's back and then forward. You can execute this move while standing still or while you're dribbling. If your player is on the move, he will briefly slow down and then push the ball forward to get themselves accelerated. However, again, the main objective is to fake the opponent. Right after you execute the move while the player is slowing down, they go into an animation as if they will turn themselves towards the other side. This could easily bait the defender to commit there, and you can get a powerful speed boost to get past them easily. I find this move incredibly strong directly in front of the box because if the opponent doesn't pay attention and defend it properly, you can easily get past them and become lethal. So if you see that the defender doesn't quite stand in front of you and moves himself sideways, use the skill move. Here, as my opponent was late to switch, he had to select the proper defender and cover the passing lane towards the next attacker. So I know he will empty his current position, which is why I need to accelerate there with a rapid move. Using the stop and go here allows me to get the acceleration I need while dodging both defenders. I get in behind the defensive line, and the only thing I have to do here is to pass the ball inside and enjoy the goal. Now it's time for my personal favorite new skill move, Step Over Ball, a 4-star skill move. With this move, you will be able to do a 270-degree turn while shielding the ball away from the opponent. To be able to execute it, hold on to your L1, LB button and tap the right stick first towards your frontal side and then either left or right. If you have space ahead of you and guess that the defender will make a defensive move towards there, you can easily use a step over ball to both dodge the defender by shielding the ball away with your body, and in the meanwhile, fill the space he emptied with the exit direction. If you remember the cutback strategy from FC24, this skill move will be the perfect tool to it. All you need to do is to explore the goal line with your winger, make sure the defender commits there with a run, and then execute the step over ball to complete your cutback and get them out of the picture. One thing to point out is that you can also cancel this skill move. If you have executed it before and the opponent expects you to do it again and defends accordingly, press the L2 LT and R2 RT buttons together after executing it, and you will be able to stop right after the first animation. You can also easily use the skill move inside the box if you want to bait an obvious dribbling or shooting chance. here, as I receive the ball and turn myself towards a potential receiver, I see that the opponent switches to his defender and takes a step towards there. So I also take one more step to that direction as well, making the pass too obvious to bait the opponent, and then execute the step over ball to shield the ball away from the defensive move and also fill the gap that the defender created. After dodging him, it's only me versus the keeper and I score the goal. Before getting to our last new skill move, I am also going to mention a newly added animation instead of a brand new skill move. The Flare Nutmeg, which was introduced in FC24, received a new animation if you execute it towards the back with a player with at least 4-star skill moves. With the new animation, your player pushes the ball with a single heel touch instead of 2 touches towards the back. This will make it more consistent and faster in my opinion if you ever need to do a sharp 180-degree turn. To execute it, you need to hold on to your L1 LB and R1 RB buttons together and tap the right stick exactly in the opposite direction your player currently faces. It's not that much of a game changer in my opinion, but it could become useful, especially if you are getting pinned down on the wing. Make sure you have some space behind you before executing this move. One crucial tip is not to hold on to the sprinting button while executing it, since it slows down the animation. Just release the sprinting button before doing the Flare Nutmeg towards the back and your player will do it at max speed. Last but not least, the new 5-star skill move, Toe Drag Step Over. This brand new skill combines a couple of skill moves to confuse the opponent, but in the end, you will exit the move with a step over, which means it could be used for the same purpose. To be able to execute it, you have to hold on to your L1 LB button, push the right stick towards either one of the sides, and then rotate the right stick towards the other side through the backside of your player. The most efficient way to use this skill move is to confuse the opponent once more with the initial touch and then exit the move into an unexpected direction. Because of the many combinations in the move, this confusion can be easily created. Here, for example, at this very moment during the move, the animation of the dribbler indicates as if he's about to turn back one step, and that fools the defender, which is why he tries to defend the back of the dribbler as the dribbler gets past him. Another example, the defender is heading towards the dribbler's running lane. Right after executing the toe drag step over, the dribbler briefly goes into an animation as if he is pushing the ball towards the side, which fools the defender to defend this side, and the dribbler completes a step over towards forward to get past him. So creating a diversion towards the side while still having the intention of pushing the ball towards forward should be the main purpose of the move. It is a hard one to master, but I think it has the potential to become a decent tool in your attack. As the guide team, we are working hard on the next videos to bring you the best FC25 content, and I'm pretty sure you find a great one in the center of your screen, even though I'm currently not sure which one it is. Stay tuned for the upcoming videos by subscribing to our channel. Until next one, take care and peace.